Hey everybody, this is John Stowell. I'm here with my good friend Paul Ward. Paul is a pianist, member of the board of Cerimon House, a great nonprofit here in Portland, Oregon, where we both live. And we're creating some play-along tracks for you that we hope will be useful for you. We're going to start with a tune that Henry Mancini wrote for the film Days of Wine and Roses, tune of the same name. It's a good jam session song, which you can find in many fake books. And Paul had thought it might be interesting to alternate choruses of me soloing and comping, giving you the opportunity to be both soloist and accompanist. And then for a final chorus, I thought it might be interesting to try improvising together. So for that fifth chorus, I'm going to imagine that you're playing with me and leave you plenty of space to interact with me. I really love this notion of improvising together occasionally on tunes. Paul and I have done this many times. So I'm also going to create a second version of Days of Wine and Roses for you to play along with. And in that case, I'm going to be using the Toots Thielemans arrangement, great Belgian harmonica player and a guitarist, who did an all-star record with Bill Evans in the early 1980s. And for this arrangement of the tune, Toots took the second half of the 32-bar tune, the second 16 bars, and modulated up a minor third to the key of A flat. I have a number of tunes that incorporate modulations and key changes, and I would encourage you to either play other people's arrangements or create your own, because seeing things in different keys is a great way to see harmonic relationships generally. It will help you to retain changes when you're memorizing any song in the future. So we're going to do 5 choruses, initially in the key of F, as Henry Mancini wrote it, alternating with me beginning soloing, you're accompanying me. Second chorus, we're exchanging roles. I'm comping for you. And then we'll do the same thing for choruses 3 and 4, me soloing with you accompanying. And then that's the fourth chorus would be me accompanying you. And then the fifth chorus will be me leaving enough space for you to improvise with me. And then we'll do the same thing with the second play-along version in the 2 keys of F and A flat. So here's our first key, our first version of Wine and Roses, I should say, in Henry Mancini's original key of F. Here we go, everybody. I'm soloing, you're comping for the first chorus. And then we're changing roles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Your solo. I'm soloing, you're comping. Now we're soloing together. I'm leaving space for you. So 5 courses of Days in Wine and Roses. We were alternating courses, initially with me soloing, you accompanying me. Then we exchange roles. I was accompanying you, and we did that again for the 3rd and 4th passes. And that very last pass, we were improvising together. Notice when improvising together that I tried to stay in one register long enough for you to understand that I was playing low or playing high, to give you the opportunity to play in another register, whatever your instrument happens to be. If you haven't experimented with this kind of contrapuntal improvising together, there are lots of wonderful versions of it that you can hear on record, going back to the early 1950s jazz recordings with Chet Baker and Jerry Mulligan. Some of my very favorite duo recordings with guitar and piano are the Jim Hall, Bill Evans intermodulations and Undercurrent, where there's wonderful conversations going on throughout both of those CDs. And I think it's a way to kind of fine-tune your listening abilities to be improvising together, and that kind of sharpened listening acumen and skill also translates well into a setting where you're the primary soloist, because you're still sort of perhaps more sensitive and more open to what the other musicians around you are doing, and playing in a way to encourage a more interactive conversation even when you're the only soloist. So that was a version of Wine and Roses in the original key of F. Now let's try the same tune. 5 passes again, 5 courses I should say, but we're going to use the Toots-Thielemans arrangement. And if you're not familiar with these changes, we're simply taking Mancini's original changes that were occurred for the 2nd 16 in the key of F and moving them up a minor third to the key of A flat. Then I'm creating a little turnaround to get back to the key of F. So the last little turnaround, for example, might be A flat major, D flat 7, G minor, C7, a 2-5 to get back to the original key of F. So we're moving back and forth between the 2 keys. If this is a little too confusing to keep in your head, you can certainly write down changes to help you understand how to move through into the new key and back again. I can walk you through the changes, actually. That might be helpful. Let's do that before we actually play the tune. So here are Mancini's original changes for the first 16 bars in the key of F. F major 7. I'm just doing it out of time to walk you through the changes. E flat 7, D7, G minor, B flat minor, F major, D minor, relative minor, then G minor. Here's a little Bill Evans move I might throw in an F minor, then E half diminished A7, D minor, G7, now G minor, C. Now in the original Mancini arrangement, that would take us back to F. In Toots-Thielemans' case, he then plays a very quick 2-5-1 to resolve to the new key of A flat. So now we're playing a 2-5-1 in the key of A flat major, B flat minor, E flat 7 or A7. Now we're in the new key of A flat. So A flat major, G flat 7, F7. This is 5 of 2. B flat minor, 4 minor, D flat minor, G flat 7. Now A flat major, relative minor, F minor, then we're resolving to the 3 chord, D half diminished G, C minor, so just a cycle back to A flat, F7, B flat minor, E flat 7. Here's our turnaround to get back to the original key of F. A flat major, D flat 7, then G minor, C, and we're back to original key of F. So we're moving back and forth between the 2 keys of F major and A flat major, 16 in each key. So here we go with this Toots-Thielemans arrangement. Keys of F and A flat, same format, 5 courses. I'll begin by soloing, and you're comping for me. watch for the modulation. You'll hear it in the second 16. And then I'm comping for you. So we'll do this exchanging choruses 4 times. And then the last chorus we'll improvise together, again, using, again, this arrangement from Toots Thielemans in the keys of F and A flat. Here we go. I'm soloing, you're comping. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Modulation. Now we're in A flat. Now we're modulating back to F. I'm comping for you. Modulation to A flat. You're still soloing. Back to F and I'm soloing. There's our modulation to A flat. Your solo now. Beginning in F. Modulation to F, A flat, you're still soloing. Now we're modulating back to F and we're soloing together. New key of A flat. So there we have Wine and Roses, 5 choruses, incorporating the Toots Thielemans modulation to the key of A flat. Again, if it's difficult to keep all those changes in your head, a couple of things you can do. Write them down in the new key to help internalize and remember them. And I've also found singing the melody to any tune is a great way to internalize form. So learn the melody in the new key. Here it is in the key of F. So I won't go through the whole melody for it. That's the opening phrase. Here it is in A flat. So learning the melody, of course, is useful because we can also reference the melody and use the melody as a context to create our solo. You might have heard me referencing little bits and pieces of the melody in my solo. And it's just a great way to internalize form. Last comment I would make when I was soloing, if I were playing in a situation where I were the only chordal instrument, I would be playing more in the way of chords, double stops, incorporated with my single lines, but I imagined you comping for me, so hence my use of single lines almost exclusively when I was soloing in this case. So I hope these play-alongs were valuable for you. We try to keep it at a reasonable tempo, and there are many, many variations that are available online. People play along. I have a number of online courses that you can also access, but Paul and I are going to create hopefully a series of play-alongs for people who are interested in helping to support and be aware of the activities here at Cerimon House. So thanks for watching, and hope this was helpful. Take care, everyone.